My name is Wendy Baird, and it's a trickier question. What do I do? It sounds so simple, but I think the first answer would be I'm the owner manager of Carriages Café in Newark Castle Station. Since we opened Carriages, we've always run a weekly community cafe. So what we used to do is we used to close the cafe at 5. And then reopen it at 5:30. And we used to do a 3-course meal for £3, which was great. And it's all about community sitting, eating together. Obviously, when the lockdown hit, we had to close everything. And but fortunately, because everything was in place, it was very quick, and very easy for us to make it a takeaway service. So we encouraged people to come and collect the meal. We changed the format slightly, and now we offer a 2-course meal for £2.50, or free to those in need. We never ask people to prove if they're in need or not. And I've always felt that if people are asking for a free meal, there's a need somewhere there. And so the first week, I think we had like 40 people came for to get a meal. Most of them we would have normally have come to sit in and with us, so we knew quite a few of them anyway. And then it rapidly escalated when the council offered their drivers to deliver, if we could deliver to a number of people in Newark. And that 40 very rapidly rose to 265, I think, a week. So coordinating with the council helped us for a little while delivering, and then as their lives started to get into a bit more of a routine, the fire service took over. So at one point we had 4 or 5 fire engines sat outside Carriages and taking our little parcels around, which was great fun. It really brought a smile to everybody's face when a big red shiny fire engine drew up. So great lot of volunteers. I mean, obviously, it wasn't me. I just was able to facilitate, and fortunately, people wanted to help. Because I've been in Nottingham before I came to Newark, I was in Nottingham for quite a number of years. I've always moved around a lot, but always been pretty much a city girl. And so this is my first experience of a small town, and I have to say I love it. I really do. I love the look of Newark. I think I'm fortunate enough to live near the river, and so I love that aspect. I love the castle. I love the market square. I love the fact of small businesses. I love the independence. I love that you bump into people that you know and have a little conversation with. Distanced, obviously, but it's just really heartwarming for me, who lived in Nottingham in a sort of suburb for I think I was there for about 20 years, and I knew one of the neighbours, and that was it. So it's very different where I live now, in a sort of courtyard environment, and I know all my neighbours by name, and we send cards to each other and discuss things, and and help each other. Also, I love being able to walk into town from where I live. I do love it that I can just walk into town and buy my groceries from the market and walk back and feel quite wholesome, I think it probably has highlighted my strengths, in the sense that I've always been criticised for my ideas. My family have told me off for years of, I've always got an idea. On my gravestone, they joke will be, I've got an idea, I just have an idea. I think this will work. And of course, through the pandemic, that actually has been a very useful skill, because it's meant that I can change and adapt and come up with different ways of doing things very quickly. I want to say, hang on, it's going to be a bumpy ride. And but you'll be all right. You know, I think that's the thing. Just hang on, keep going, and at some point things will turn out okay.